Hi everyone. Welcome back to our English learning channel. I'm Alex.
And I'm Emma. Today, we're here to teach you some essential vocabulary you'll need to understand and communicate better in an office setting.
Exactly. Whether you're starting a new job or just want to get more comfortable with English for work, this video is for you.
We'll go over words and phrases related to office furniture, job roles, common actions, and more. Don't worry if you're a beginner. We'll keep everything simple and clear.
Alright, let's start with some of the basic items you'll find in an office. First up is the desk.
A desk is a table where you work, usually with space for a computer, notepad, and other supplies. Many people spend most of their workday sitting at their desk.
Speaking of sitting, we also have the office chair. An office chair is designed to be comfortable for sitting at a desk for long periods. It usually has wheels to move around easily and is adjustable.
Next is the computer. Most offices have computers at each desk for doing tasks like typing documents, sending emails, or organizing information. There are two main types: desktop computers, which are bigger and stay on your desk, and laptops, which you can carry around.
Then there's the keyboard and mouse. You type on the keyboard to enter information, and you use the mouse to move the cursor or click on items on the screen.
We also have the monitor. This is the screen of the computer. A monitor shows everything you're working on, like documents or websites.
One more important piece of office furniture is the filing cabinet. This is where you keep files, which are paper documents, organized and safe.
And let's not forget about the printer and photocopier. A printer is a machine that prints documents from your computer onto paper, and a photocopier makes copies of documents.
Great. Now that we've covered furniture and equipment, let's move on to some common job titles you'll hear in the office.
And let's not forget about the printer and photocopier. A printer is a machine that prints documents from your computer onto paper, and a photocopier makes copies of documents.
Great. Now that we've covered furniture and equipment, let's move on to some common job titles you'll hear in the office.
Knowing job titles is very helpful when you work in an office because it helps you understand who does what. Let's start with the manager.
A manager is someone who is in charge of a team or department. Managers make sure the work gets done and that everything runs smoothly.
Then we have the assistant. An assistant helps a manager or a team by doing tasks like scheduling meetings, answering calls, and organizing documents.
There's also the intern. An intern is usually a student or recent graduate who's gaining work experience. They help with different tasks and learn about the job.
In many offices, you'll also find executives. Executives are high-level leaders who make important decisions for the company. Examples include the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, and CFO, Chief Financial Officer.
Lastly, we have the colleague. A colleague is a person you work with no matter what their job title is. You can say, Emma is my colleague, if you work together.
Communication is very important in an office. Knowing some basic phrases can help you understand what's going on and respond correctly.
For example, the word meeting. A meeting is a gathering of people to discuss work topics. It can be in person or sometimes it's a virtual meeting on the computer.
Another common word is deadline. A deadline is the date or time by which something needs to be finished. For example, the deadline for this project is Friday.
And when we talk about tasks, we mean the specific pieces of work you need to complete. A manager might say, I have a few tasks for you to finish today.
Another important word is feedback. Feedback is helpful advice or comments about your work. For example, after finishing a report, your manager might give you feedback to improve it.
And when we're asking for something, it's polite to use phrases like, could you please? Or would you mind? For example, could you please send me that report?
Exactly. Being polite is very important in office communication. Exactly. Being polite is very important in office communication. Let's talk about emails. One of the first things you'll see is subject. The subject is a short title for your email. It tells the person what the email is about.
Then you have the attachment. An attachment is a file you add to your email, like a document or picture.
When replying, you might see reply and reply all. Reply means to respond to one person, and reply all sends your response to everyone in the original email. When replying, you might see reply and reply all. Reply means to respond to one person, and reply all sends your response to everyone in the original email.
And sometimes emails are marked as urgent. This means the email is very important and needs a quick response.
These words will help you write emails professionally and understand messages better.
In the office, there are many tools you'll use. For example, software refers to the programs on a computer like word processors or spreadsheets.
And hardware means the physical parts of a computer, like the monitor, keyboard, and printer.
Some common actions you'll hear include log in and log out. When you log in, you enter your username and password to start using the computer.
Another term is download. To download means to save a file from the internet or an email onto your computer. And upload is the opposite, sending a file from your computer to another place, like an email or a website. In an office, you'll also need to know words like schedule. To schedule means to plan something for a certain time. For example, let's schedule a meeting for Monday.
Another useful verb is organize. To organize means to arrange things neatly or put them in order. You might organize files or plan tasks for the day.
There's also manage, which means to take care of or control something. For example, I need to manage my tasks carefully.
And don't forget discuss. To discuss means to talk about something. You might discuss a project with your manager or team.
Let's finish with some common areas you'll find in an office. First, the conference room. This is where meetings and presentations happen.
Then there's the break room. The break room is a place where employees can relax, eat, and chat during breaks.
You might also hear cubicle. A cubicle is a small, private workspace, usually separated by walls.
Finally, there's the reception area, which is where visitors wait. The receptionist works here, greeting people and answering phones.